Good evening. According to the sentencing memo, the special counsel is recommending no jail time for Flynn based on his substantial cooperation, including 19 interviews, as well as documents and communications that he provided. The special counsel says Flynn has cooperated on multiple investigations concerning any links or coordination between the Russian government and Trump campaign, as well as the Trump transition team, though they offer no specifics. Also citing sensitive information about ongoing investigations, sections of the documents are heavily blacked out or redacted. But here is one of the key quotes. It reads in part, "The defendant began providing information to the government not long after the government first sought his cooperation. His early cooperation," a reference to Flynn, "was particularly valuable because it was one of the few people with long-term and first-hand insight regarding events and issues under investigation by the special counsel office." Reacting to the Flynn sentencing memo tonight, the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, spoke to Fox News and likened the documents in the guilty plea to a, quote, "spitting on the sidewalk with major repercussions for many." He said there was nothing in the sentencing memo to suggest collusion, and he denounced the Mueller's team as, quote, overzealous, media-inspired prosecutors. Shannon.
Okay, so much of what we got tonight, Catherine, is a mystery because of those huge redacted, blacked out sections. And that leads to both sides to be claiming victory tonight. Some saying he has nothing, and then this is just a scare tactic. Others saying this proves he has really something terrible on the president or those close to him.
Well, the heavily redacted portions come in what I'll call sort of the second part of the filing tonight, which is this addendum, which talks about the depth and breadth of Mike Flynn's cooperation. And it talks about these sections sort of in the context of ongoing investigations. The special counsel says that the blacked out sections, I have some of them here. There you go. You have some of them here, that it's about an ongoing investigation, and they don't want to, in effect, tip their hand to those who may be the subject of those inquiries. So I don't think it's wise to speculate on what it relates to, but they felt it was sensitive enough not to make it public. Those who are sort of in the president's corner on this point to the fact that the crimes that Flynn is being prosecuted for, if you will, are process crimes again. So these are lying to federal investigators about his conversation with the Russian ambassador. Also what they call FARA violations. Typically, FARA violations are paperwork issues that are resolved with an individual or their company files the necessary documents with the Justice Department. It doesn't resolve typically in a prosecution. So the public will have to decide for themselves, and it doesn't take long to read these documents. And I would encourage them to do that this evening.
Yeah, I agree with you, too. They weren't what I was expecting, something more voluminous, but they're very digestible. Absent that big piece of information, we just have to wait on for now. Catherine, thank you very much for working around the clock on this.